from the Eastern Conference in this game as the New York Knicks play this one at home. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. You take a look at the Thunder.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
And not just for the players, but for the fans as well. You know how energized they become when these two teams go at it.
Vassell outside. No good on the three. Here's Black. Looking forward to seeing these two Western Conference juggernauts duke it out here tonight, Doris.
Well, you know, Kevin, there's an elevation in terms of what it means in the standings, but it also potentially means you could play this team when it matters most. So this is going to be intense tonight.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Knicks. 4-point game. There's a screen. Pass to Vassell. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
And we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler, and the coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Outside Jackson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Clock at 6. And here is Butler. That one's in, his first shot this game.
This guy making his presence felt. Jimmy Butler, the ultimate competitor.
Here's Mobley. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Outside Butler. And here's Collins from outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
John Collins has such a good feel for when to fire off the catch.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Outside Butler. Up top Bamba. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Shot to stop the run. Mobley misses. The Thunder leading by 6. Inside. 9 feet out. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
We are talking about a physical, multi-skilled big in Mo Bamba, and he does a nice job drawing that contact.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Launches it. Black grabs the board.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And the rejection by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so here is Oklahoma City after New York gets the 3. Here's Butler. And the rejection by Ayton. Here's Ball. And there's the drive. And Ball slams it in.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Both teams changing it up here. The Thunder leading by 4. Now Butler. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And it's Vassell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Salon.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Black. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here's a 6-point game. Here's Smith. And the dunk by Smith.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Here's Butler. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Black. Shot clock at 5. No good on the shot. Walker with some nice D. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a... textbook delivery.
16.
And here now the Thunder. Butler with the ball. Pass to Whitehead. Shoots over Vassell. Whitehead's shot is off. New York trailing. To the left side wing. Vassell outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Black. Takes a 3. That shot off.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Smith outside. Now, here's Vassell. Shot from the wing. And it's Ayton missing. There's 1:17 left to play in the first. Here's Black. And the layup falls. Black's got 6.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Smith. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Pass to Whitehead. And the 3 off target. And so it's New York with it. Trailing by 2. Shot on the wing. And it's Smith missing. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Black. He has 6. that one, no good. And Smith launches it from deep. Beat the buzzer.
Delivery at the buzzer. That is beautifully done.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
18.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Pass to Vassell. Here's Mobley. Paul George grabs the miss.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
The Knicks with the lead. Mobley outside. Over Bull. Count that one from Mobley. Mobley's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Knicks.
Okay, Evan Mobley a big, folks, but you can see the touch on that mid-range jumper. That's pure.
And finished off by Collins.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Over to the left wing. Here's Salon. And there's another one for the Knicks. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Now Shepard. Still yet to score. And here's George. Outside Jackson. Back to George. Over Walker. The Knicks pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. For the 3. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Pass to Bull. There's the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Mann. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Bull. And here's Collins. It's rebounded by Salon.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Now, here's Ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks. Number 8.
Outside, Ball. No good with the layup. Thunder trailing by 5. And here's Collins from outside. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Mann. Takes the 3. And Bull pulls it down. Shepard with the ball. Still scoreless. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Now, Shepard, after the missed three from Evan Mobley. Pass to George. Hole with it. Clock at 4. With the fadeaway. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Outside, ball. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. New York, no good that time either. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
John Collins has tremendous vertical showing off right there.
Mitchell outside. Top of the key ball. Here's Mobley. The good-looking shot from the wing. Mobley's got his second bucket of the night.
Great to see Mobley knocking down the mid-range, continuing to improve that part of his game.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Over Mitchell. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Butler's got his second bucket.
Each year, this guy refines the jumper a little bit more, and that sets everything else up for Jimmy Butler.
Here's Vassell. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Vassell's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks. Pass to Jackson. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got 5 now.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Ball with the bucket.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Collins. And then Collins slams it in.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
Here's Butler, following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Pass to Bamba, and stolen by Ayton.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And that one's good, Ayton. And now it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Bamba. 5 points in the game. It's rebounded by Sarong. The Knicks leading by 8. and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We've got more in store for you right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Vassell outside. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
And Ball is certainly capable of throwing it down thanks to his size. I mean, easily lifting off the ground and just finishing that one with authority.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Goes up on the high post. Thunder trailing by 10. Pass to Black. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. There's Whitehead. And the rejection by Eaton. Shot clock at 3. Here's Black. Off target with his 3. New York leading by 10. Mobley outside. Fires away from way outside. And they're pushing it up. Ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vassell. And it's the Thunder with the ball. There's a good screen. Butler deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Mobley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You can see the defender struggling to contain Mobley. He's got size, he's got agility, and he's got touch.
He throw good, Mobley. Second free throw, no good.
Guys, what you love about Evan Mobley is his ability to impact the game at both ends. Obviously, defense is ahead of the offense right now, but that offense is really growing.
Pass to Whitehead. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Whitehead's got it back down to single digits for Oklahoma City. Here's Ball into the lane. Thunder with the rebound. To the left wing. No good from outside.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Back to Williams. Fires from the wing. And the jumper is on the mark. Mobley's got 7 points.
Now the skill of Evan Mobley on display. Incredible touch for a man of his size.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
For your Knicks, Mitchell. Smith.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Bamba for three. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
The kick out to Walker. No good on the triple. Thunder trailing by 10. Here's Black. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Smith scanning the floor. Count it. Smith's got the lead up to 12 now for New York.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Black, no good.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Smith. Takes it inside.
Smith drives, getting the ball inside and scoring around the cup.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Both teams will make substitutions. Thunder trailing by 16. Outside, George looking to end the run. Trains the three-pointer.
Three-point goal.
George has got his first 3 points of the game.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy has the ability to make shots so easy.
Pass to Mitchell. Back to Smith. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Shepard. Back to Jackson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Bull. It's good. Bull's got 5 points so far.
Well, the awareness of John Collins to understand my teammate's open, let me find him.
Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
It's up a 3. Misses the mark. His 3rd miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Smith with it. Picked up by Shepard.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Smith inside. And it's John Collins with the rebound. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A 3-ball. Rebound by Mitchell. New York leading by 11. Walker in the corner. Pass to Ayton. Here's Salon for three. Mitchell sinks the three-pointer. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Collins, off target at the rim. Smith on the wing. There's the triple. Paul George grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 14. Pass to Bull. Shepard with the ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
But the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Here's Smith. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Salon. From the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Here's Oklahoma City now. 11-point game. Now Shepard. Screen by Bull. The tray. Not going to go that time. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Ayton. And he uses the glass on the lane. Ayton's got 8.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, that man is going for the Joker.
And so it's New York looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Thunder trailing by 13. Now, quickly. This one for three. It's rebounded by Salon. And here is Ball. Here's Mobley. No good from the wing.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Pass to Bull. Shoots the three. Mobley with the block.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Bull can't hit.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Mobley outside. Again, Mobley missing.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
New York leading by 15. And the call will be against Emmanuel quickly.
Timeout, timeout.
That's his first foul. The Thunder call timeout.
Make some noise for your Knicks City.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that break, the coach of the Thunder had some harsh words for his team. He tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Black. The kick outside to Butler. 6 to shoot. Out left to the wing. Bamba wide open, and he fires. A three-pointer is right on target.
See, right there in the screen and roll, Butler showing the capacity to create for others. I love that.
Pass to Ayton. Mobley with it. That shot off the mark. Thunder trailing by 12. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line, 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Vassell wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
From deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
Number 2.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And it's slammed in by Smith.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Butler on the attack.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the limit, but still have plenty of work.
Let me do the one. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
For your New York Knicks, number 5.
Here's Black. Pass to Whitehead. From past the arc. Walker with the rebound. The Knicks lead by 7. It's Vassell on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
You know, a bit undersized, but Vassell using it to his advantage to get around defenders.
And he's good on the second. Here's Black. Pass to Bamba. And here's Jackson. Butler on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. A nice shot by Black.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Ball with it. Vassell outside. That falls. Nice feed that time. From ball. 10-point for Devin Vassell.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
64-56.
Right side, Collins. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Here's Mobley, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
The Thunder call timeout. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Pass to Black on the wing. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Mobley, left side. Rebound by Butler.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
No one near him. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistakes.
And Mobley throws it down.
Evan Mobley understanding he's got a rhythm. He just keeps attacking. The answer is not yet there for this defense.
Here's Collins. Yes, it is. Or that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. 10-point lead. Mobley right side. Over Collins. Again, Mobley missing. Here's Black. And the shot is good. Black's got it back down to within single digits for the Thunder.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
A nice shot by Mobley.
Well, you see the confidence from Evan Mobley right now. Ready to shoot as soon as he touches the basketball.
Launches a 3. Black, no good. New York leading by 10.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Knicks.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Evan Mobley.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. .17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Vassell. So it's New York picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.